Hi, y'all. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. My weekend was lit, turned up. Child, I didn't even want to do this hair today. I was just like, forget it. Um, but it's cute under this though. It's cute. Um, I just want to pop in and just talk to y'all for a little bit. I was at the store today and I met this older lady, right? And we started talking. She said that she had been married for 20 something years, like 23, 24 years, something like that. She was in her 50s, mid 50s. Well, I don't know why I said older lady because I'm 41, so she's not old. 55 is not old. But anyway, we started talking about marriage. I don't know how we got. Oh, she asked me, was I single? And I told her that I wasn't married. So technically, yeah. If that's how, yeah. So we started talking, right? And then she was asking me how's dating, being in my 40s, how's dating. And I told her, dating is dating. I really don't have any complaints about dating. Like, I don't have a problem with dating and getting dates and going out on dates and talking to people and, stuff like that. And she was saying that marriage is not the same as it was, when she first got married, when she first met her husband. And I was like, girl, she started laughing because I said, honey, you preaching to the choir. Because everybody know that it is not the same. These men these days and women are cut from a whole different cloth. So I know it's not the same, okay? You ain't telling me nothing new. But anyway, I started telling her that I know married couples, right? Like married people. And I was telling her that I would trust more what a single guy is saying than what a married guy is saying. Because these days, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Y'all tell me down in the comments below. These days, these freaking married men be wilder, crazier, both trying to date women more than the single guys. Like at least the single guy. Ooh, and excuse my voice. Whew, getting over these allergies. And the single guys, they are more way up front than the freaking married guys. Meaning a single guy would be like, yeah, I'm single. I'm talking to, a few women, and it's nothing serious. I'm just, shoot, they'll tell you I'm just getting my rocks off, just screwing. But these married men, they will not tell you about their wives. These married men will not tell you um, that they have kids, like they have a family. And I'm like, and I know, baby, I know some married people. They are wild. And guys, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not bashing married people. Like, if they have a great union and they happy and stuff, like, God bless them. That's rare these days. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to not make this all over the place. But these married men, they out here being sneaky, trying to make you their girlfriend, treating you better than they treating their wife. I say that again. Trying to treat you better than they treating their wife. They make their wife go 50-50. Or if she not going 50-50, if they paying all the bills, baby, she paying for it in some other kind of way. Okay? And they'll come pay your bills and do it. I know this for a fact. And they'll pay your bills and come treat you all nice. And you're not even the one picking up their dirty drawers. Taking care of their kids. But anyway, these single dudes, they be out here. And they be letting you know they single. They'll let you know, well, the ones that I be meeting, they'll let you know who they doing whatever with. And these married folks, these married men, you can't trust them. And then they'll be trying to sleep with you without a rubber. These married men, not knowing what you have to go bring back to their wife. Spending way more time with you than they spending with their wives. And shoot, and these women don't get a pass either. I was talking to my friend. I was talking to my male friend. He lived in Houston. And he was telling me how his wife's friend, this girl that she real cool with, that worked at the kids' school, The wife's friend, they have little kids. The white friend trying to get him to her. You heard me? The white friend trying to get him to her. And he showed me the text messages. She talking about they had chemistry and she don't know what it is. The girl got a whole husband, y'all. And my friend said, he said, I told her she gonna have to pay me. He said, I told her she gonna have to get some of these bills if she want me to slang this thing on her. I was like, oh my freaking God. So it's not only, I'm not man bashing. It's women too. For her, and you know what, y'all? When I worked at this cancer hospital in Houston, they had some of the freakiest married women that I have met in my whole life. This was when I was in my mid-20s, my late 20s. I was like 27, 28, maybe 28, 29 when I started working at that cancer hospital. And y'all, these women used to be married. They used to leave on their lunch break with other married men and go in this garage. It was this garage like way, way, way away from the hospital, but it was still connected to the hospital where nobody like parked at. Baby, I used to hear stuff all the time, y'all. Co-workers used to be talking, girl, they used to be going to get it in. You hear me? They could have a man at home, a woman at home, they don't care. On their lunch break, or they would just take a break. Especially when I was on call. Tell their wife or husband they had work on call, baby, they would go in that garage where they know security wasn't going and would get it in. You hear me? It was so bad. One time, okay, so it was this girl that worked at the job. She used to, it didn't matter who. I think she had like a little addiction to doing it, getting it in. Cause she would, anybody who wanted to do it with her, she would just do it. She would just do it. Anybody. And she would come back in the, cause we had a women's dressing room. She would come back in the women's dressing room and just be all out in the opening telling people, how good such and such was and how big it was. Ugh, y'all, it was crazy. And these people were decent looking people. These wasn't no what y'all would call ghetto or nothing like this. These was like decent people doing this. And I'm like, why get married if you know you're gonna be like the freak of the I was gonna say freak of the week, but shoot, freak of a lifetime. I just didn't understand it. I'm like, what is going on? I hope my dryer I'm drying my clothes. I hope y'all can't hear the dryer. I hope it's not too loud. But yeah, just freaky. And then the girl, she broke up with the one guy that she was with. I don't know if they was married, just long-term common law married or what. But she broke up with him. The girl that used to get freaky all the time, she broke up with him. It was many of them, but I can remember her for sure because she was the freakiest. She broke up with the fiance, husband, or whatever he was. She went across the street to the other hospital, started talking to this other guy. And the other guy that she started talking to was a nice little gentleman, nice guy. She must have met him on the lunch break because it was a big McDonald's at the other hospital that everybody used to go get a quick bite to eat. They had a food court like with all kind of restaurants. Get a quick bite to eat and then come back to the cancer hospital that I was working at. But yeah, she must have met him like going get a quick bite to eat because he worked at the hospital across the street from us. Man, he was so nice. After she broke up with that other guy, she had started talking to him. He came on. He was such a gentleman, so polite. And we was all looking at him like, he don't know that he just started talking to the biggest freak of the whole block, the whole medical center. And the men started laughing. They was like, who gonna tell him? The men was like, who gonna tell him, honey? Who gonna tell him, this man? Who gonna say this man? And y'all, they ended up getting engaged. And they had a wedding date set too. By the time I was leaving, they had a wedding date set. I don't know if they actually got married or whatever, but they had a wedding date. I'm like, this girl went across the street and got her a gentleman? And he don't even know how freaky she is. He probably knows she a freak because she like to do it so much. That's how she probably got him hooked. But he don't know the extent of her freakiness. Because that girl was, And then I had another married coworker. This was a man. He was a black man. He was married to this Mexican lady. and he would work the night shift. And the girl that worked, it was another lady that worked in the other department, but we was connected to the same department. He used to get it in with her, a black lady. He was married to the Mexican lady, had 2 kids by the Mexican lady. They had like teenage kids, middle school, teenage, something like that. I don't know. But it was a dark skinned, thick lady that he was getting it in with, a black lady. But he was married to the Mexican lady, and the Mexican lady worked at the hospital across the street from us too. I was like, do these people know who they married to? They be doing some freaky things. I was floored. Every day I used to go, I was like a fly on the wall. I would just be doing my little work and listening. It was crazy. And then the guy that was married to the Mexican, oh sorry, let me not shake this. The guy that was married to the Mexican lady, y'all, he used to always joke around with me. And he had said one time, oh, he was talking to the other coworker, and he was like, yeah, Jessica, no, never get like these freaks over here. He said, never be like these freaks. He said, stay quiet and innocent like you are, because these some freaks. He said, you hear me? He told me, he said, man, he said, last night, he said, I was on call. He said, I got that thing slobbed on so bad. I was like, oh my God. You know, that eggplant. He had got that eggplant slobbed on. And he said, after she slobbed on that eggplant real good, he said she just hopped on it and did me real good. He said, like a rodeo. Because, you know, in Houston, we used to have a rodeo show. Lord, I say this man ain't married too. Married and doing this with 2 kids. I said, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. It was a lot. Yeah, I don't know if y'all ever worked at a hospital before, but there'd be a lot of freaky stuff going on. In them hospitals, I never worked at well, when I was a teenager, I worked at a grocery store. And it was some freakiness going on over there too, but I don't want to even get into that. But I'm talking about people with actual, like, actual degrees and stuff like that. Decent, like, stand-up people, like stand-up men, stand-up women. Freaky. I just couldn't. And then y'all was some wild stuff going on at that Castle Hospital in Houston where I worked. And then this one older black man, he was telling this other younger guy about how his marriage is a arrangement. He had told the guy, he said, yeah, my wife know this marriage is an arrangement. He said, oh no, he said it's business. He said this, now he didn't say arrangement, my bad. He said this is business, a business arrangement is what he said. He said, yeah, she know what bills she's supposed to pay. I know what bills I'm supposed to pay. He said, I go on my vacation, she go on her vacation, and when we come back home, he said, we, you know, be a married couple. But he said, she know this a business arrangement. And I was looking at him, boy, you wouldn't even know looker. And then looks don't really matter that, you know, but I'm just saying how he was talking. And then yeah, he was saying that's a business arrangement. I was like, and telling the young guy that. So what you think? The young guy was just looking at him, shaking his head, agreeing. So what you think that young guy about to do? He got this old man telling him. What you think his mindset about to be if he weak-minded and not strong enough? Talking about she pay half of the bills, he pay half of the bills, and they go on vacation and do it. I said, oh my God, just craziness, just crazy. And then there was this other guy that was in upper management at the hospital. He, his new wife, she was actually pregnant. He was over the whole department. He was a little nasty little man. He this like middle-aged black man. I think I was like 28, 29 at the time. Now he must have been like 35, 36, something like that. But anyway, he had did my training, me and like a few other people training. And at the end of the training, I had left my umbrella. Now keep in mind, he married. His wife worked at the hospital too. He's in upper management, like he over all of us. And his wife was pregnant at the time. I see him walking around there holding his wife's hand, you know, everything was my wife. Yeah, why I left my umbrella, because it used to rain a lot in Houston. I had left my umbrella in his office, and I had came back. This is like after everybody left. I had realized I was clocking out. I had realized, I was like, dang, it's raining outside. Let me go back and get my umbrella. Went back and got my umbrella. Um, he said, oh, hey. He said, what you getting? He said, you left your umbrella? I said, yeah. So I just come to get my umbrella, and I grabbed my umbrella and was leaving out. He said, you know what I like about you? You real quiet and you don't be telling your business to nobody. I say, yeah, I'm quiet. And I say, I like to keep to myself too. I say, I don't like to get involved in no foolishness. And I was grabbing my stuff and I was leaving out the thing. He said, I really like that about you. He said, keep on being like that. Keep on being like that. How you are like quiet and not telling none of your business to none of these people. Because he said, these people around here, he said, they like to gossip. And then he got his card and he had handed me his card. He said, anytime you need something or you want to talk or anything, he said, give me a call. And I looked at him. I said, I'll see you around work. If I have any questions about the job, I'll give you a call. He looked at me like, yeah. Yeah. If I got any questions about the job, I will catch you. What was the shift I was working? That training was over. I was working from like 9 to 4:30, something like that. 9 in the morning to like 4:30. Boy, please. They go sit all the way down. And he used to always be like, yeah, he's in front of everybody. Yeah, my wife this, my wife that. And I was looking, and I used to see his wife walking around. She was a quiet, cute lady. She was younger than him. She must have been my age, like around in her early 30s. You know, nice, well-dressed woman, nice. You know, she used to dress nice. Had a really nice, sweet demeanor about herself. She was nice to see her walking around all the time. She used to mind her own business too. That's what I liked about her. But I was like, I wonder, do she know her husband is a whole hoe around here? And then some of the young guys that we was training with, they was looking at him laughing because he used to any woman that passed by, he used to be looking. The young guys was like, this guy's a trip. He used to be looking hard, like, I wonder what I can do with that. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, be careful who you freaking marry, man. Be careful. And even I got a family member. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all folks something. Y'all married folks, let me tell y'all something. Do not go. You can do what you want, but let me tell you from a single person that's not married. Y'all, we don't want to, don't come, when you get into it with your husband or your wife, don't come talking about telling their personal business to people like me. Okay? Number one, I don't want to hear that mess. Okay? And then number two, y'all are one. Why are you telling me or us that your partner don't like to work? They can't bring no money in. You think they sleeping with such and such, and how they cursed you out. You going for that? You a dummy. If you staying in that relationship and you ain't got that straight and you still there and they still doing it, you's a dummy. You real crazy. You real crazy. Ain't no way. Baby, you talk to me crazy. I'm gonna warn you about it one time. You better hope I don't go upside your head. But and I know they say men are stronger than women, but baby, I got something that'll put them down. Yeah, I just don't understand. And then I have a family member. He another one. He be like, oh, my wife this, my wife that, my wife, my wife, my wife, my wife, my wife, my wife. Oh, I just love my wife, my wife. She's so good, good, good. And then the wife going around telling me and his other sibling that she settled when she married him. She said, I settled when I married. Mm-hmm. She said, I really did settle. I didn't even want to know what she meant by that. Because my family member sibling said she told her the same thing. And I said, I didn't even want to go into detail about what she meant about what she settled. That's none of my business. I didn't want her to go on and on and on because I don't want to hear that mess. You settle. What kind of person are you to settle? And then him. when he get mad at her, he had told one of my siblings, he said, man, that B get on my nerves so bad. He said, I would just want to slap her. Why would you tell somebody else that about your wife? And you always say, my wife, my wife, my wife, my wife. Why would you tell us that? And why would she tell us that she settled? And then my family member be trying to get me. We all the same age. Be trying to get me to hook them up with my friends. Will call me and ask me about my friends. Well, used to. After I told them I don't play that, don't do that. Don't do that because I'll tell on you. I'll tell on you. Don't do that. Ask them about my friends. Talking about is what's her name single? You not. So why you worried about if she's single? And you can say I'm hating if you want to, but I'm not hooking my friends up with no married man. Nope. Can't do it, won't do it, ain't gonna do it. Not my friends. Better go find a little hussy on the street. Won't be none of Jesse's friends at all. And then this I know I'm going on and on about it, but y'all, it's just so much. And then this married family member that's my age took a job out of the country. And speaking of friends, this is a small world, because this family member friend had met my old friend from high school, auntie, way across, auntie, or aunt. I grew up in the South, so I say auntie. Had met my family member who married, had met my friend from high school, aunt, way out of the country. They both was working out of the country. Y'all, tell me why him, my family member that's married, that's always talking about my wife, my wife, my wife. Him and the woman, my friend auntie, y'all, they had a whole freaking relationship out of the country, just being free, holding hands, walking, banging. Cause he was telling everybody about, child, it was a mess. A whole freaking mess, y'all. A whole relationship. I said, what is going on? And then it's a thing in the family going around that while he was working out of the country, she was doing it with his friend. His wife. So yeah, y'all, sorry about that. But yeah, they had a whole relationship, y'all. And then he thought it was so funny. He was like, hey Jess, how you doing? He said, he goes, yeah, I met, your friend, your best friend from high school. I met her auntie out here. I said, wait, huh? Way in another country? He said, yeah. And he was so free about telling me about they little excursions they was having and how he was doing her real. I said, why do people feel comfortable with telling me this? Came right back on home to his wife. Oh, y'all, I left off. I know what part I left off on. I left off on, yeah, his friend was staying at the house. Now, why would you leave a man at your house while you out of the country? But anyway, sleeping with his friend, y'all. And then the girl was so cold-blooded with it. She didn't only sleep with his friend. She was sleeping with somebody who we thought was her play brother. Catch that dirt. The play brother. I will say some other stuff about the play brother, but I'm gonna have to leave that for, if I tell that story. Oh, if I tell that story, that'll be, I gotta wait. If I tell that story, now that's some deep, messy stuff with the play brother. Shoot, I thought it was her real brother. Y'all keep in mind what I'm saying. I'm gonna bring this story back one day. The play brother of my family member's wife, I thought was the real brother, because one of the kids looked just like the play brother. And when I found out that that wasn't her real blood brother, that was her play brother, now that's a deep story. That's gonna. I don't even know if I want to touch on that, but maybe when I reach a certain amount of subscribers, I'll tell y'all that story. I don't know. I don't know. That's a deep one. But anyway, yeah. I know I was all over the place, but if you caught the tea, baby, it was hot. If you caught the tea, it was hot. I know I was all over the place. Well, I hope y'all continue to have a beautiful, blessed day. I'm gonna try to go get rid of these freaking allergies because they are whooping my hoo ha. Bye, y'all.